Hi everyone, welcome back to another cut above with Chris. And moved the camera again, it was further that way. I put it back on the mirror again, so it's sort of slight angle. I'm just moving it about a bit. I'll tell you why. I normally have it straight in front of me there, and it was getting to the point where it was starting to sort of annoy me a little bit that I couldn't see the mirror quite as clearly for a shave. And I probably actually enjoy it more when you can actually look directly in the mirror. And I know I'm not looking at you guys all the time, but I'll do my best to sort of look over at the camera lens as much as I can. But it's just so I've got a better view in the mirror of this super gorgeous hunk of a face. Yeah, right. Just wiping off my old sticky mark that was on there from the previous one. I've actually got a new holder as well, which holds the camera a little bit closer to me, so it's a closer view as well, which some people might like, some people might not. I'm slowly getting used to the fact of seeing myself on camera, which is slightly better. Okay, I've just watched Ken Lee's shave. I've put a comment on there that I'm going to be using menthol today. I've got about halfway through his shave and I thought, shit, I just need to have a shave, I can't help it. So this is countdown, 12 days to go till my big giveaway for 750 subscribers, which will be on Tuesday the 13th of June. If you have not subscribed and commented on that video yet, I'll put a link below. All you have to do is go to that video, subscribe to the channel, comment on it, and on the 13th of June you might win one of the prizes out of the three. Stirling Glacial Eskimo Tuxedo. One of the viewers, or one of the guys that watched my last shave, I think it was with Stirling Glacial Wintergreen, actually said about using this. I'm not sure whether they knew I had it in the den or not, but I did message him back and I'm using it today, so I'm really looking forward to it. Keeping with the Manchester United theme, I'm going to be using my custom Leo Frilo shaving brush with Manchester United coin on the bottom, Manchester United colours, and this one was kindly piffed to me by Oive Chapel, or Alex from Facebook. Lovely guy. It's got the game changer knot in it, and I just want to show you something while I've got this brush out. Right, this is a game changer knot that's in the Manchester United brush. As you can see, if I push that all the way to that side, you can see it's flopping to that side. If I push it all the way over there, it flops to that side. Now this is what makes me think that the boss knot from Brush Guy, the knot that he uses, so there's the game changer, and there's the Brush Guy knot. Now the Brush Guy knot, if I push it all the way to that side, it just springs pretty much straight back where it was. Moves ever so slightly, but nothing compared to that. If I actually push that quite hard over, you can see it just sticks over there. So I'm thinking they're possibly a similar fibre, similar sort of knot, but I'm not 100% sure it's the same brush or the same knot. But anyway, that's enough waffling on about that. Let's get stuck in. Soap comes in a 5.8 ounce, yeah, 5.8 ounces of lovely goodness. Beautiful hit of menthol. I haven't smelled Sharp Dressed Man before, this is the glacial version of it, the menthol version of Sharp Dressed Man. But it smells wonderful. It's got a massive kick of menthol, but it's got a really lovely cologne scent. It's not strong. The cologne scent's probably about a 3 or a 4. The menthol is actually stronger, but I can still smell the fragrance behind it. So let's see how we go. Get it dipped in the water. I had a shower this morning before I went to school to watch, not before I went to school, but I went to watch my youngest in his assembly. My two older kids are off school today, 6, so let's see how we go. I actually got a couple of comments today about the aftershave that I was wearing, which was fine platinum, which is probably the first time I've worn an aftershave that someone else has actually stopped to say that smells nice. So I'm just loading up now, straight on the dry soap, never bloom soaps. Doesn't interest me at all. If I cannot get a good lather from a soap straight out the tub without blooming it, then you can stick your soap. One of the soaps which had to be bloomed originally to use was West Coast Shaving. I really struggled with that soap in the beginning. But the new one, not new one, but the one that was sent to me by Kenny Reberal is the Winter Spice West Coast Shaving. I did a test lather without blooming the soap and got an amazing lather out of it, so I'm hoping when shave time comes with it that I can do the same again. Right, that's way more than you need. Let's wipe the face. Every time I say wet the face, I think of Dawn over at Wet the Face. It's funny how much you sort of absorb from other YouTubers. It just becomes part of your act, part of your show. So there we go. Just going to paint it on. Now this knot is set just slightly higher. Oh, the menthol. Just slightly higher loft. For those of you that don't know what loft is, if this is the first time, the loft is how high the brush is. Go up that way, that's your loft. And this is just slightly higher than the one that's in my Manchester United brush. And my Manchester United one was set very low because I ordered it. No, I've never ordered a brush before. I didn't know anything about lofts, and I just didn't really know anything about shaving. It was back in the sort of beginning. So it's slightly nicer to use on the face for a face lather. Now the menthol on this is freezing already. It's not ice cold yet. It will be on the next pass, but I can really feel it. Right, I'm going to dip the tips. Get the brush blade, and then we can work the lathering. Now Stirling, especially the menthol soaps, can take a lot of water. So all I'm doing is it dries out a bit, I'm just adding more water and then lathering it back in again, and then when it dries out again, or it's absorbed all the water and used it, you then dip it again until you get the right consistency. And as you can see, I'm getting it everywhere. Now we're looking. I think that's pretty much where I like my Stirling to be. It's difficult to get a voluminous lather from a high menthol soap, but Stirling are probably the best that I've used in terms of it. I don't notice the gummy sort of feeling that you get. It's almost like an elasticity that comes with the soap. When it's got a high concentration of menthol, a gloopy sort of mixture. Jesus, I've absolutely caked myself there. Right, Murgrass. I've got the treat blade in there from yesterday, so this will be the second use on it. Lovely, lovely blades. They work really well for my skin. Very sharp, very smooth. Oh, this is very cold. I've got it in setting 2 because it's been less than 24 hours. I'm going to try and do 14 shaves in a row as my countdown towards my giveaway, so I want to try and keep my skin as nice as I can, so I might use this for every shave. I don't know, I might not. I might whip out the Wunderbar or the Timeless or something just to mix it up a bit, but it's just nice and mild this when you put it down to setting 2 and 1. So let's go. Yeah, menthol. For some reason when you start peeling the soap off with a razor, the menthol sort of opens up and gets in the eyes. It's good stuff. It's not super hot here today. It's about 20 degrees or something outside, I think. Now personally, this camera angle here is pretty good for me. I quite like this camera angle myself. But it might sound daft, but I'm trying to... Yeah, that's getting in there. I don't know whether you can see how watery my eyes are. It's definitely getting in there. Yeah. Yeah, that is very, very mentholated. I'm quite surprised. I wasn't expecting it to be anywhere near sort of the menthol effect of wintergreen or spearmint. And I have found with wintergreen and spearmint they were much more mentholated than lemon chill. And I even find frozen tundra, which is just the menthol version, to be more mentholated than lemon chill. Woo. Right, that's one pass. I'll just show you the slickness. The slickness on Stirling is incredible. Just glides. It's almost like having another lather on there. It really is that good. The scent on this is great. The scent strength when you actually get it on your face is around about a 5 or a 6. You can smell the menthol as well. So if you don't like the menthol overtaking your scent, I wouldn't go for this. I just love it. I love menthol. Right, let's paint on again. Whew. Yeah, that's cold. Hi everyone, sorry about that. I just had to take a phone call from the wife. So my lather has been on there for quite a while. My face is like an ice cube and it's obviously dissipated a bit, so it's all dried up in the brush. I'm just going to dip the tips. Oh Jesus, it's freezing. So it'll be interesting to see how my skin deals with that, because that was a long time to have such a high concentration of menthol on your skin. If I'm brutally honest, I can't feel my face anymore. So it's just a quick reinvigoration with a little bit of water. And as you can see, it comes out lovely again, just like new. Lovely, lovely lather. Right. Let's knock this down to set. In fact, I'll keep on setting to. This is when you've got to be really light touch because you can't feel your face. It is numb. So it's all about touch with your hands now. It's not about face feel anymore. You've got to make sure that you keep the razor nice and light on your skin. I definitely prefer the lighting of this camera angle as well. I normally put the lights on actually, I just chuck them on. Not the one right in front of me, but I chuck the lights on above me and it just lights the room up a little bit. They are very bright lights, it's all LED. Well, as you can see, and as I can feel, I haven't got any irritation that I know of. Whew, Jesus. Oh. Yeah, that's that is as cold as anything I've used. I think that's really cold, but I think it's because it sat on my face for so long while I was on the phone. Now this brush is great. I just find it a little bit small with these mentholated soaps because the mentholated soaps tend to run a little bit more when they get water on them, so it gets all over the place. So my brush is actually a little bit slippy. Might just see if I can dry it off a little bit. That's much better. So in for lather number 3. I've got no idea how long this video's went on now. I've talked a lot of shit. I've had that bit in the middle where I wasn't here, so. As you can see, it's not a big knot. I did put a good load into it, but as you can see how the brush releases the lather. I'm never struggling for the brush eating any lather up. It's always a nice, thick, voluminous lather, even with mentholated soaps. Using quite a small knot, really. It's not a big knot, this one, but it is a good knot. I do like the Game Changer. If you want a knot that's synthetic but feels similar to a natural hair fibre, then the Game Changer's the way. Or the Boss knot. The Tuxedo feels more like a high quality makeup brush, but it works phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Yeah, so I can hear the razor cutting the hairs. I can feel it sort of cutting the hairs. Freaking wife's hairs everywhere. But I cannot feel it, the blade on my skin at all. It's just numb. And let me tell you, there's no, in my opinion, there's no real better feeling on a boiling hot day than dipping your razor in really cold water, or ice cold water on a boiling day, and then using a mentholated soap. It's just sublime. So there we go. What a shave. What a shave. My face is so cold. I don't get a burn from it. I never get a burn from menthol. I've always loved menthol all my life. Works great when you're blocked up with a cold. Oh, but that is a very, very, very cold soap. I just love the Stirling stuff, I really do. And as you can see, I've got no irritation. I've just got my redness, normal redness on my neck. And other than that, just a wonderful shave. I do find with Stirling though, I have to spend a lot more time cleaning my brush out at the end. I can't remember who said it on Facebook, but I do find that to be true. See, there's still soap in there. I don't know whether you guys will see it on the colour change. I can't even see it on the camera. But there's still soap in the middle of this brush, even though I've given it a real good rinse. And that's a sign, for me, of a really good soap when you struggle to get it out of your brush. Give it some real good shakes. That's it now, so that's it all cleaned out. Lovely. Right, I still feel like I've got the soap on my face. It's that cold. I thought that was all wee pity, but it's not. Right, Thea's medicated. I don't have a cologne scented witch hazel. This is probably the closest I've got. Oh, best smelling witch hazel out there, I think. It really is, I love it, I absolutely love it. Now the other reason why I like this camera angle, I noticed yesterday there was a couple of guys commented on it. Behind me I've now got a wall, and I might look to put some stuff on that wall. I don't know, things that I enjoy, things that I don't know. I'll wait and speak to the wife first, though. I don't want to chuck something up there and then get stabbed or something later on. Right, while that's drying in, we'll have a look at what we used. Stirling Glacial Eskimo Tuxedo. Beautiful, beautiful soap, beautiful scent. You can smell the menthol. It does sort of slightly overpower the scent of the cologne. Yeah, it's sort of, I would say 60 menthol, 40 to the cologne. But you can really smell it. It is beautiful soap. It's very, very cold. As you saw, it lathers great and it works an absolute treat. The slickness that you get from Stirling is really top notch. It really is that good. And it comes from a couple of great people, Rod and Mandy Lowen, over at Stirling. And it's just a shame you can't get half of this stuff over in Australia without paying through the nose for it. The brush was the custom Leo Frio Manchester United brush, which I'm using the Man U stuff today because I read this morning that David De Gea, they've had an offer of £60 million for him, £60 million for a goalkeeper. But they've refused and rejected it, which is great because he's one of the key players in the team, one of my favourite players at Manchester United, the goalkeeper, David De Gea. And I hope he stays at least for this next season, and if not for the next 5-10 years, if they can keep hold of him. He's a superb goalkeeper, and I was really happy this morning when I read that they've rejected that. 60 million is a lot of money to reject for a goalkeeper. Yeah, so little Leo Frio brush, 24mm game changer knot, which worked great. The razor today was a Mergress again, with the second use of a Treat blade, Treat Platinum blade. Excellent shave, really smooth, beautiful, lovely little razor. I do love this razor. It's not very big, it's quite small. Similar sort of dimensions and size, I suppose, to the Merco 34C, but a lot heavier. There's a lot more weight with this little knob on here as well, and the head's much chunkier. But beautiful, beautiful razor. Then moved on to Thea's Medicated, and let's see how we're feeling. Yeah, we're pretty much dry. I was going to put on some Tea Tree Aftershave bump preventer, but I don't think I need it. I just got that out because I thought I might have a bit of an irritation issue, but nothing at all. So I'm just going to move on to what's left of my Nivea Too Faced. That's what's left of my first bottle. I think I've had this for about a month or so. I just love it. I put it on most days now, even when I don't shave. Good splash of this, and this has got a beautiful menthol kick to it as well. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly suggest you get it. There's quite a lot of Nivea products out there which are very greasy, and I sort of struggle with them. They make my skin oily and end up breaking out in spots and things. This one feels sort of oily and greasy in your hands. It feels oily and greasy on your face. Once you get it on there, that's the menthol now starting to kick in, and a little bit of a burn from it, but nothing really. Once that oil gets on your skin, literally it's starting to dry in already, to absorb into the skin. And I did read the ingredients on it. The ingredient list, considering this is a mass produced product and it's not too bad. There's a few things in there that I got no idea what they are. I'd have to search them up, but it's got glycerin in there, you've got your alcohol to help start healing the skin and healing up any nicks and cuts. And it literally does what it says in the back. It cares like a balm and refreshes like a lotion, and that is pretty much what this stuff does. It's really, really good, and it's not expensive, and that's the main thing really with wet shaving. You want to try and keep your costs down as best you can. The only issue is when you get one and they come on special again, you end up buying another one, and it comes on special and you buy another one, and then your mum and dad bring you more over. So I have just lost 2 out of the 10. They're heading somewhere at the moment, and I might lose another one to Peter from Wolfpack because he can't get it at the moment where he is. So I said I would send them one over if he can't get hold of it. But anyway guys, other than that, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you guys stay safe, drive safe. Please don't drink and drive. And I'll catch you guys next time. And don't forget the giveaway video, which will be linked just down below. And the subscribe button will be just over here. Take care guys. Thank you. Cheers.